If you think debt is always bad but still want to build wealth, then think again. Join Money Smart Basics as we dive into 15 smart debt strategies to see if we can build wealth faster than ever before. Stay tuned. Remember to like and subscribe for more Money Smart Basics videos. Stay until the end to receive a bonus tip. If you have any suggestions for financial literacy topics, please leave a comment. Look in the description below for wealth-building tools and income opportunities. Hey everyone, it's Alfonso R. Nobody likes talking about debt. It's stressful and feels like a burden. But debt isn't always the bad guy. It can be a powerful tool to build wealth. Think of it like fire. Used carelessly, it can burn your financial house down. But used strategically, it can heat your home and power your business. The key is understanding how to control it. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. Alright, let's dive into one of the most powerful ways to use debt to build wealth real estate. Now, I'm not talking about racking up credit card debt to buy fancy furniture for your apartment. I'm talking about strategic leverage to acquire income-producing assets. Think about it. How many people do you know who paid cash for their homes? Probably not many, right? That's because most people use mortgages. They borrow money from the bank, make monthly payments, and over time, that property hopefully appreciates in value. They're essentially using debt to build equity. Now, imagine taking that concept a step further and investing in rental properties. You buy a property with a mortgage, rent it out to tenants, and they essentially pay down your loan for you. You're using other people's money to build wealth and generate passive income. It's a classic example of making your money work for you. Of course, real estate investing isn't without its risks, and you need to do your due diligence. But when done right, it can be a powerful engine for wealth creation, and it all starts with understanding how to use leverage effectively. Here's a concept that changed my life. Stop thinking of everything as an expense, and start thinking about what you can acquire that will generate income. Debt can be a tool to make that happen. I'm not talking about going into debt for a flashy car, I'm talking about strategic investments. Let's say you've always wanted to start a business. Maybe it's a laundromat, a food truck, or even an online drop-shipping store. Instead of waiting years to save up enough cash, you could consider a small business loan. If your business plan is solid and you're confident in your ability to generate revenue, that loan can help you hit the ground running. The key here is making sure that the return on your investment, the money your asset generates, is higher than the interest rate on your debt. Let's say you get a business loan at 7% interest, but your business is generating a 15% return. That's a smart use of debt. Remember, not all debt is created equal. Using debt to acquire liabilities, things that cost you money, is a recipe for financial disaster. But using debt strategically to acquire income-producing assets, that's how you build wealth. Okay, let's talk about bad debt. You know, the kind that keeps you up at night, those credit card balances with interest rates higher than a Beverly Hills mansion. That's not how we build wealth. Instead of letting those high interest rates eat away at your potential, look into refinancing. Find a lower interest loan, maybe a personal loan or even a balance transfer to a credit card with a 0% introductory APR period. Think of it like this. You're essentially trading in a gas-guzzling clunker for a fuel-efficient car. You're still getting from point A to point B, but you're saving a ton of money in the process. And that, my friends, is how you turn a bad debt situation into a chance to get ahead. This is about more than just saving on interest though, it's about freeing up cash flow. That money you save every month, now you can redirect it towards investments, paying down other debt faster, or even starting that side hustle you've been thinking about. Listen up, future entrepreneurs and side hustle heroes. If you're serious about building wealth, you need to separate your business finances from your personal ones. That means getting an LLC or another legal business structure and starting to use business credit cards and loans. First off, this limits your personal liability. If things go south in your business, your personal assets like your house or car are protected. Trust me, that peace of mind is priceless. Second, using business credit can help you access larger lines of credit. Lenders are often more willing to extend credit to businesses, especially if you're showing growth and a solid business plan. And here's the best part. Building business credit can actually help improve your personal credit score over time, as long as you're responsible. It's a win-win situation that sets you up for bigger and better financial opportunities down the line. We all know the value of a good education, but let's be real. A traditional 4-year degree isn't the only path to success, and it's definitely not the only way to increase your earning potential. Think outside the classroom, guys. We're talking coding boot camps, trade licenses, specialized certifications, even high-quality online courses or business coaching programs. If taking on a bit of debt helps you acquire in-demand skills that boost your income significantly, it's not an expense, it's an investment. Just like investing in a rental property, you're putting money in now to generate a positive return in the future. But remember, not all education is created equal. Do your research, make sure the program you choose aligns with your career goals and has a strong track record of success in terms of job placement and salary increases. So you've got a killer side hustle idea, right? Maybe you're making custom phone cases, crafting artisanal dog biscuits, or offering virtual assistant services, but there's a catch. You need some capital to get started. That's where a smart loan comes in. We're not talking about racking up credit card debt here. I'm talking about a small business loan or even a well-chosen personal loan to give your hustle that initial boost. Remember, debt is only good if the return is greater. Your side hustle needs to be cash flow positive, meaning it's generating more money than it's costing you, including those loan payments. Do your research, crunch the numbers, and make sure your side hustle has a solid plan for profitability. Debt can be a powerful tool to launch your dream, but only if you use it strategically. Want to live rent-free? Even better, want someone else to pay down your mortgage? That's the beauty of house hacking. Here's the play. You buy a multifamily property, a duplex, triplex, or even a fourplex. You live in one unit and rent out the others. The rental income from your tenants helps cover your mortgage, and you build equity in the property over time. This is a classic wealth-building strategy because it tackles multiple financial goals at once. You're reducing your living expenses, generating passive income, and building long-term wealth through real estate. The best part? You don't need to be a millionaire to get started. With a solid financial plan and the right property, house hacking can be your ticket to financial freedom. Margin trading is like the financial equivalent of nitrous oxide for your investment portfolio. It can amplify your gains, but if you don't know what you're doing, it can blow up in your face. Here's the deal. Margin lets you borrow money from your brokerage to buy more stocks or other assets. This can supercharge your returns if your investments go up. But if your investments go down, you guessed it, your losses are magnified too. Margin is not for beginners. It's crucial to have a solid understanding of the markets, risk management, and your own investment strategy before even considering this. If you're thinking about using margin, do your homework, understand the risks, and proceed with extreme caution. Remember, in the world of margin, you can win big, but you can also lose big. Alright, let's talk about getting organized with your debt. If you're anything like me, you like to keep things streamlined, especially when it comes to finances. Having multiple loans with different interest rates and due dates, it's a recipe for headaches and potentially missed payments. That's where debt consolidation comes in. Consolidating means taking out a new loan to pay off all those smaller ones, leaving you with just one monthly payment. Ideally, this new loan will have a lower interest rate, saving you money in the long run. I'm all about that. Who doesn't like keeping more of their hard-earned cash? And hey, let's be real, managing your finances can be stressful enough. Juggling multiple payments just adds to that. Consolidating simplifies everything, giving you one payment, one due date, and hopefully some peace of mind. Plus, did I mention it can actually boost your credit score? That's right, a single, well-managed loan can look better to lenders than a bunch of smaller ones. Now let's talk about using debt to boost the value of your real estate investments, because who doesn't love a good renovation show? We're talking about strategic improvements that can significantly increase your property's worth. Think kitchen upgrades, bathroom remodels, maybe even adding a fresh coat of paint. One way to finance these improvements is through a HELOC, a home equity line of credit. It's like a credit card, but it uses your home's equity as collateral. You access the funds as needed, make payments on what you borrow, and boom, you've got a renovated property with increased value. This is how real estate investors, especially those who flip houses or use the BER method, buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat, build their empires. They buy a property, fix it up using debt, rent it out, then refinance to pull out their initial investment and do it all over again. It's a powerful strategy, and it all starts with leveraging debt wisely. Alright, who here loves free travel? I know I do, and one of the smartest ways to make that happen is by playing the credit card points game. Now before you start racking up debt on designer bags and fancy dinners, remember, this strategy is all about discipline. The key is to use credit cards strategically for everyday purchases. Groceries, gas, bills, things you'd be spending money on anyway. Then pay off the balance in full every single month. This way, you're not paying a dime in interest, but you're racking up those valuable points that can be redeemed for flights, hotels, and even cashback. Think about it. You're literally getting rewarded for spending money you were going to spend anyway. It's like finding free money, and who doesn't love that? Now I know what you're thinking, credit cards can be dangerous, and you're right, they can be if you're not careful. But if you're disciplined and treat them like tools, they can be your ticket to incredible travel experiences, all while building your credit score. Alright, so you might be thinking, Alfonso, why are we talking about building credit in a video about using debt to build wealth? Well, here's the thing. Sometimes debt isn't just about the immediate loan, it's about what that loan represents. Think of your credit score like a financial passport. A good credit score unlocks better loan options, lower interest rates, and access to tools that can seriously amplify your wealth-building potential. It's like climbing a staircase. You might start with a small, manageable loan, maybe a credit card with a low limit. You use it responsibly, pay it off on time, and boom, you've climbed a step. As you climb, you unlock bigger and better opportunities. Maybe it's qualifying for a car loan with a lower interest rate, saving you thousands over the life of the loan. Or maybe it's getting approved for a business loan with favorable terms, allowing you to invest in growth and expand your income. It's all about strategic progression. Remember, building good credit takes time and discipline. It's not about racking up debt, it's about demonstrating that you can handle debt responsibly. So, use those credit cards strategically, pay your bills on time, and watch your credit score climb those stairs, opening doors to bigger and better financial opportunities. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful tools in the wealth-building arsenal, OPM, other people's money. I know it sounds crazy, but savvy investors use OPM all the time. It's not about being sneaky, it's about leveraging resources to maximize returns. Think about it. Real estate moguls use bank loans to finance massive developments. Startups secure funding from venture capitalists to fuel their growth. The key is having a solid plan and convincing others to buy into your vision. If you can demonstrate a clear path to profitability, whether it's a promising business idea, a strategic real estate investment, or even a creative project with high earning potential, you'd be surprised how many people are willing to invest. This could be through private lenders, angel investors, joint ventures. The possibilities are endless. Now, I'm not saying you should go out and start borrowing recklessly. Using OPM effectively requires careful planning, due diligence, and a solid understanding of the risks involved. But if you approach it strategically and responsibly, OPM can be a game changer in your wealth-building journey. Remember, the ability to attract and leverage OPM is a testament to your credibility and the strength of your ideas. So, refine your pitches, network strategically, and don't be afraid to explore opportunities to leverage the power of OPM. Alright, let's talk about equipment financing. For all you entrepreneurs out there, starting a business often requires investing in equipment. Instead of draining your savings, consider equipment financing. This allows you to make smaller, manageable payments over time. Often, the equipment itself secures the financing. If chosen wisely, the equipment should generate revenue to cover the payments. It's like a snowball effect. The business grows, you reinvest the profits. Just remember, use equipment financing strategically. Credit card companies aren't exactly known for their charitable giving, but they do offer 0% APR introductory periods. Use these to your advantage. Think of it as a free loan for a while. Don't rack up debt just because it's interest-free. That's a recipe for disaster. Planning a big purchase? Use a 0% APR card. Create a strict budget and payment plan. Pay off the balance before the period ends. Avoid paying any interest at all. This strategy only works if you're disciplined. Set reminders, automate payments. A 0% APR offer can be a powerful tool. Alright, so we've covered 15 different ways you can use debt strategically to build wealth. Remember, debt in itself isn't inherently good or bad. It's a tool. And just like any tool, it can be used to build something amazing, or it can be misused and cause a whole lot of damage. The key takeaway here is this: only use debt to acquire income-producing assets, increase your value, or free up cash flow. Anything else is just spending money you don't have. And that's a surefire way to end up in debt trouble. Now let us know in the comments. Which of these 15 strategies are you already using? Or which one are you thinking about trying next? If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who still thinks all debt is evil. And don't forget to subscribe for more smart money moves every single week. Congratulations, you made to the end of the video. Here is the bonus tip that we promise. Tired of debt dragging you down? Shift high-interest debt to a low-rate balance transfer card. Save on interest, pay it off quicker. Simple move, big impact. Transform your strategy today. Share your debt or wealth-building experiences in the comments and check out our next video for more insights. The information in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and is not intended as financial advice. We are not financial advisors, and the content should not be construed as professional financial advice. Always seek the advice of a qualified financial advisor or other professional regarding your specific financial situation. The use of any information provided in this video is solely at your own risk. Please remember to like, subscribe and comment for more Money Smart Basics videos.